is almost over now, but I'm still wide awake, watching shadows lose their shape with every breath I take. Your absence sits in quiet corners I cannot ignore, like something warm that used to live here before. I tell myself I'll be alright, that this will pass in time, but some feelings don't dissolve, they only realign. I thought the morning would be kinder, that light would make things clear, but even daylight carries traces of you near. It's just a fading afterglow of everything we were, a quiet kind of ending I still prefer. And every echo in the silence feels like it knows my name, a soft reminder of the love that changed. I move through hours without direction, just letting time unfold, but every moment feels a little less bold. The world keeps speaking in its rhythm, but I don't hear the same, like everything has lost its meaning without your name. Even the air feels unfamiliar, like it forgot the past, as if nothing I held tightly could last. I thought I'd find a way to fix it by waiting through the night, but waiting only stretches the light. It's just a fading afterglow that never fully leaves, a quiet kind of memory it believes. And every time the sound returns, it pulls me back again to all the love that slipped away back then. Maybe love was just a moment that couldn't stay in place, a beautiful illusion time erased. And maybe I was never ready to watch it drift apart, so I keep its fading afterglow in my heart. Now I don't try to chase the feeling, I let it fade, 'cause even disappearing light has its shade. The night becomes a quiet witness to what remains, a love that slowly softens into stains. And somewhere in the fading distance, you still appear, a fragile kind of afterlight I keep near. It's just a fading afterglow that lingers in my chest, a quiet kind of sorrow I can't rest. And it's true. I wake up and I act the same, like nothing ever changed. But everything I feel inside has rearranged. I answer questions with a smile that doesn't mean a thing, just habits I keep using to keep everything. The world keeps moving past my face without a second glance, as if I'm just another part of circumstance. I thought it would be obvious the way I'm coming undone, but even pain can hide itself from everyone. No one notices the quiet fall that happens in my chest, a silent kind of breaking I suppress. And every echo in the silence feels like it knows my name, but no one else can hear it just the same. I walk through days like I'm transparent, like I'm not really here, watching life go on without me clear. Even voices in the distance don't reach where I stand, like I'm just holding emptiness in my hand. The hours pass without permission. They don't ask me to stay, they just keep taking pieces away. I thought someone might have seen it, the way I drift apart, but silence hides the cracks inside my heart. No one notices the quiet fall, the way I slowly break, a hidden kind of sorrow I can't shake. And every time the sound returns, it pulls me back again to everything I never showed back then. Maybe pain doesn't announce itself, it learns to disappear. It wears a face that looks like calm and clear. And maybe I was never ready to be so out of sight, so I keep falling silently each night. Now I don't expect to be seen, I let it go, because even invisible things silence inside. And somewhere in that unseen space you still remain, a fragile kind of presence in my strain. No one notices the quiet fall, but I feel every part, a silent kind of ending in my heart. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you, even if no one notices. It's true. Gave a final sentence, no closing of the door, just silence that kept stretching evermore. I kept expecting something clearer, a moment I could name, but you just slowly disappeared, the same. No anger, no last conversation, no words to mark the end, just distance, learning how to be a friend. I thought I needed closure to finally move ahead, but silence can be louder than what was said. There was no final goodbye from you, just fading in the air, a quiet kind of leaving, everywhere. Every echo in the silence still calls your name to me, a love that never ended, technically. I walk through days that feel unfinished, like pages left half read, where every thought still circles what we said. Even time feels less important, like it lost its weight, when everything we had just slowly changed its state. The world keeps talking like it knows me, but I don't feel the same, like I'm still stuck inside the space you became. I thought that endings came with structure, a moment I could see, but some departures happen quietly. There was no final goodbye from you, no line to mark the fall, just absence, learning how to be it all. And every time the sound returns, it pulls me back again to everything we didn't say back then. Maybe love doesn't need a finish to start stop existing here. It just dissolves into the air and fear. And baby, I was never ready for something so unclear. So I keep all your silence near. Stay, because even unfinished things have their way. The night becomes a quiet witness to what we knew, a love that never said goodbye but withdrew. And somewhere in that ending space, you still remain a fragile kind of silence in my pain. There was no final goodbye from you, just echoes left behind, a quiet kind of ending. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you. No final goodbye is true. You never gave a final sentence, no closing of the door, just silence that kept stretching evermore. I kept expecting something clearer, a moment I could name, but you just slowly disappeared, the same. No anger, no last conversation, no words to mark the end, just distance, learning how to be a friend. I thought I needed closure to finally move ahead, but silence can be louder than what was said. There was no final goodbye from you, just fading in the air, a quiet kind of leaving everywhere, and every echo in the silence still calls your name to me. A love that never ended, technically. I've been drifting through the hours without a place to land, like every step I take is slipping through my hand. The world keeps moving in its rhythm, but I fall out of time, as if I lost the part of me that used to align. Even silence feels less empty to be before, because now it only reminds me what I'm searching for. I thought I'd find my balance if I just kept moving on, but drifting doesn't end when you're gone. I'm just drifting without you now, through spaces undefined, a quiet kind of emptiness inside my mind. And every echo in the silence feels like it pulls me through to all the pieces of myself I lost with you. I pass through days like passing shadows without leaving a trace, like I'm a stranger to the moments I face. Even time feels unreliable, it bends without a plan, like nothing ever holds its shape in my hand. The city lights look unfamiliar, like they've forgotten me, as if I'm just a passing thought at sea. I thought that I would feel direction once I let you go, but drifting only shows me what I know. I'm just drifting without you now, no anchor, no reply, a quiet kind of motion passing by. And every time the sound returns, it drags me back again to everything I lost in you back then. Maybe love was just a harbor I never learned to stay, and maybe I was never ready to drift away. So I carry every distance inside my chest, a wandering kind of silence, I confess. Now I don't try to stop it, I let that time could not sustain, like words we thought would always mean the same. At the moment they felt certain, like they would never break. But distance has a way of changing what we make. I still remember how we said them, like they were carved in air. But now they feel like echoes somewhere. I thought that if we meant them, they would stay intact. But even truth can fracture looking back. These are empty promises now, still hanging in my mind. A fragile kind of memory I can't unwind. And every echo in the silence feels like it knows the truth of everything we swore to, me and you. Through days that feel unsteady, like nothing holds its place, as if the world forgot the shape of grace. Even simple conversations feel heavier than before, like every word I hear just leads to more. The past keeps slipping into present without permission or sound, like something I can't leave behind. I thought that time would soften it and take the weight away. But some promises don't fade, they stay. These are empty promises now that never fade to dust. A quiet kind of breaking in trust. And every time the sound returns, it pulls me back again to all the words we never kept back then. Couldn't hold their shape, a fragile kind of future we escaped. And maybe I was never ready to see them fall apart, so I keep all these promises in my heart. Because even broken promises teach me. The night becomes a quiet witness to what we were, a love that slowly turned into blur. And somewhere in those empty echoes, you still remain, a fragile kind of promise in my pain. These are empty promises now that never go away, a quiet kind of memory that if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you inside these empty promises. It's true. We made promises in softer tones that time could not sustain, like words we thought would always mean the same. At the moment they felt certain, like they would never break. But distance has a way of changing what we make. I still remember how we said them, like they were carved in air, but now they feel like echoes somewhere. I thought that if we meant them, they would stay intact. But even truth can fracture. Looking back, these are empty promises now, still hanging in my mind. A fragile kind of memory I can't unwind. And every echo in the silence feels like it knows the truth of everything we swore to. Me and I said I'm fine, but that's not honest. It's just the way I cope. Some days I speak in easy answers to hide the hope. The mirror shows a softer stranger I barely recognize, with quiet cracks beneath the surface in my eyes. I keep my voice controlled and steady, so no one sees the strain. But silence has a way of leaking through the pain. I thought I'd learn to keep it buried, to lock it all away. But feelings don't obey the rules I say. It's a quiet breakdown happening behind a steady face, a slow collapse of everything I can't replace. And every echo in the silence feels like it knows the truth of everything I lost in you. I move through rooms like I'm invisible inside my own life, cutting through the smallest moments like a knife. The world keeps talking all around me, but I don't hear a thing, like I'm existing on the edges of everything. Even memories arrive too loudly, then fade too fast again. broken fragments of a time back then. I told myself I'd stay composed, that I would not fall apart. But some emotions break through walls in the heart. It's a quiet breakdown happening in places no one sees, a storm that never makes a sound but freeze. And every time the sound returns, it drags me underneath to everything I never said beneath. Maybe love was never simple. It fractures over time, leaving pieces of a feeling that won't align. And maybe I was never ready to hold it all alone, so I carry every silence in my bones. Now I don't try to fix the silence, I let it breathe. 'Cause even broken moments teach me to leave. The night becomes a quiet witness to what I hide, a love that slowly turned inward inside. And somewhere in the breaking stillness, you still remain, a fragile kind of memory in my pain. It's a quiet breakdown happening, but I stay standing still, a silent kind of ending that I feel. And if the world forgets the reason, I still remember you inside this quiet breakdown. It's true. It's true. I read your silence like a message I was never meant to keep, hidden meanings underneath what you didn't speak. Every pause felt like a language I tried to understand, but nothing ever stayed the same in my hand. We said so little, but it carried more than words could show, like something neither of us knew how to let go. I thought I heard you clearly, and and everything unsaid, but silence builds its own truth in my head. It's all between the lines now that I keep replaying through, a quiet kind of story about us two. And every echo in the silence feels like it knows my name, a love that never spoke aloud but came. I walk through memories half written, like pages torn apart, where every missing word still feels like heart. Even time feels like a riddle I can't quite solve or place, like everything we were is lost in space. The world keeps talking in full sentences, but I hear something else, like fragments of what we became ourselves. I thought that clarity would help me to finally be free, but some things only make sense quietly. It's all between the lines now that I still can't read right, a soft and blurred reminder every night. And every time the sound returns, it pulls me back again to everything we almost said back then. Maybe love was never spoken, it lived in what we hid, in all the things we nearly did. And maybe I was never ready to read it as it was, so I keep living between, because now I don't try to decode it, I let it be, because even hidden meaning shapes me. The night becomes a quiet witness to what we were, a love that lived between the lines in blur. And somewhere in that silence you still feel true, a fragile kind of meaning I go through. It's all between the lines now that never fade away, a quiet kind of love that stays. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you. Between the lines, it's true. stand at what feels like the ending without a final word. Just everything we never fixed or heard. The space between us feels familiar, like it learned our shape. A quiet kind of distance we can't escape. I don't reach out the way I used to. I've learned to let it be. But letting go is not the same as free. I thought we'd find a way to meet halfway in the dark, but even love can miss its mark. It's one last distance between us now that time cannot erase. A final kind of silence in its place. And every echo in the silence feels like it knows the truth of everything we lost in us, me and you. We talk like nothing really happened, but everything has changed. Like something in our story rearranged. Even simple moments feel uncertain, like they don't know our name. As if we're still together, but not the same. The world keeps moving past us gently, without a second glance. But we are standing in the middle of what we had by chance. I thought that we could fix it if we just stayed around. But some distances don't close once they're found. It's one last distance between us now that grows with every day. A quiet kind of ending in its way. And every time the sound returns, it pulls me back again to everything we almost were back then. Maybe love was never meant to stay aligned and still. It bends and breaks in ways we feel. And maybe I was never ready to watch it fall apart. So I carry this last distance in my heart. Try to cross it, I let it stand, because even final distances are planned. The night becomes a quiet witness to what we knew. A love that ended softly but grew. And somewhere in that ending space, you still remain. A fragile kind of distance in my pain. now that never goes away. A quiet kind of ending every day. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you. This one last distance is true. We are not who we used to be, but not completely gone. Just something in between the lines, moving on. The shape of us has changed its form without a clear goodbye. Like something slowly learning how to survive. I still recognize your silence in the way you look away, as if we're both avoiding yesterday. I thought we'd stay the same forever, like time would not erase. But even love reshapes itself with space. Look at what we become now, not broken, not whole, just pieces of a story we don't control. And every echo in the silence feels like it knows our name. A love that changed its meaning but stayed. We speak in softer conversations, careful what we show, like we're afraid of where the truth might go. Even memories feel different when I think of you and me, like they belong to someone else. I see the world keeps moving like it always did, but we don't move the same, like something in our rhythm changed. I thought that endings would be final, but this is not the end, just something we can't fully defend. Look at what we become now, no beginning, no last line, just quiet transformations over time. And every time the sound returns, it pulls me back again to everything we almost were back then. Maybe love was never meant to stay in one fixed place. It bends and shifts and learns its shape. And maybe I was never ready for something so unclear, so I keep what we become. be. Because even changing love is part of me. The night becomes a quiet witness to what we are. A love that didn't vanish but scar. And somewhere in what we became, you still feel near. A fragile kind of distance I keep here. Look at what we become now, still standing in between. A quiet kind of ending, unseen. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you. What we become is true. I look for traces in the silence of what we used to be, but all I find are empty spaces between you and me. The world keeps acting like it's normal, like nothing ever changed, but everything inside me feels rearranged. I carry fragments of your presence in ways I can't explain. A gentle kind of memory that stays. I thought that I would lose you fully with enough time apart, but some connections don't erase the heart. This is what remains of us now, a quiet aftertone, a soft and fading echo, all alone. And every sound that slips through silence feels like it knows my name. A love that never really left, but changed. I walk through days that feel familiar, but something isn't right. Like part of me is missing from the light. Even simple conversations feel half of what they were, like words forgot the meaning of her. The world keeps turning like it should, but I don't feel the spin, like I'm still somewhere in between. And then I thought I'd reach a final place where everything would end, but some beginnings never suspend. This is what remains of us now. No beginning, no end, just echoes of a feeling I define. sound returns, it takes me back again to everything we used to be back then. Maybe love was never whole from the very start, just pieces learning how to stay in the heart. And maybe I was never ready to see it fall apart, so I keep what remains of us in my heart. Now I don't try to rebuild it, I let it stay, because even what remains has its way. The night becomes a quiet witness to what once was true, a love that still exists in you. And somewhere in what's left behind, you still feel near, a fragile kind of memory I keep here. This is what remains of us now, still lingering in time, a quiet kind of ending that won't climb. And if the world forgets the reason I still hold on to you, what remains of us is true. Is true.